So let's try one of the examples. Let's take math and measurement, and let's see how we can make this activity much more practical and hands-on to make learning really fun. We know that the diameter of the wheel is 56 millimeters. We know this because it's on the side. And using pi, we can work out the circumference of that wheel. So over here, I know that the diameter is 56 millimeters. I know pi is 3.14. If I multiply these two together, I come out with 175 millimeters. I like to actually use 17.5 centimeters. For me, it just makes it easier for me. Okay, so we know that one rotation of the wheel, which is the circumference, is 17.5 centimeters. So that's really important to remember, one rotation. Let's keep that in mind. Okay. So with a course set up around the table, we can accurately work out how many rotations each straight piece of the journey will take. I mean, traditionally, people use trial and error, but we can make this a really very powerful math activity to reinforce learning. We also want to be really accurate because one of our goals is not to knock over the minifigure. So I'm going to drive in a straight line, well, two actually, one along here, then I'm going to turn 90 degrees and drive another straight line. Previously, we had discussed that a 90-degree turn can be achieved by using the move tank block. And we do that by turning off one of the motors. And with that knowledge in mind, let's see if I can park the model. So I take my tape measure, and I'm going to measure how far it is to I want to turn, and here's pretty good. And that measurement is 35 centimeters. So with my knowledge of what one rotation is, 17.5, 35 is two rotations. 35 divided by 17.5 will give me the number of rotations I want to do. So with that knowledge in mind, I'm going to pick up my tablet, and I can put my first programming block in. I'll drag that up, and all I'm changing is the number of rotations from 1 to 2. Now, historically, I do trial and error. We're not going to do that. So our next block is going to be the turn. So I bring in my move tank block, and I want this motor to turn, okay? And that is going to be motor C. So I change the power level. Remember what I said before, if we turn one motor off and leave one on, we get a pretty good 90 degrees turn. And then what else do I need to do? Well, I want to drive my robot and park it up here. And again, it's 35 centimeters, be another 2 rotations. So let's see what happens when we do this. 2 rotations. Make sure we're correct on the line. And the goal here is to park without knocking over any of the minifigs. Fingers crossed. Way, pretty good. Okay. Now I want you to try. Remember, to complete a good 90-degree turn, we simply use the move tank block, leaving one motor on and the other off, or with the power set to 0. You should get a pretty good turn. With that information, you should be able to get round your own course. Have a go, good luck.